come true. Knowing that this ain't the way it should be.
My name is Ashley Dubose, and I'm from Twin Cities, Minnesota. And Twin Cities is St. Paul and Minneapolis, for those who don't know. The music scene in the Twin Cities is really good. There's a lot of opportunities for independent artists like myself to perform and have a place to get their music heard. There's radio stations that play local independent artists, and then even the ones that are signed, some of the bigger names and things that people know. We have a really great eclectic scene. I think it's a great place to be an independent artist. My hometown is great. It's great to be a part of a place that really supports the artists. I've had opportunities to perform for the national sports teams that we have, the Vikings, that's our NFL team, the Minnesota Twins, the Timberwolves, the Lynx, which is our WNBA team. So those were some big ones. I competed in the Minnesota State Fair talent show that they have every year, and the Minnesota State Fair is huge. I mean, like hundreds of thousands of people come out every year. It's a 12-day fair, and I got second place in that. So that was a great time to get the word out about me and my artistry and get a nice platform. So there's a lot of opportunities like that. When I got there, I was like, whoa, it's a lot of people. I was scared. I mean, not scared. Scared's not the word. I was, it's like a nervous excitement, a crowd of people I've never met before, probably have never heard about me. It's much different from performing in Minneapolis where, people have heard about you, heard you on the radio, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, I hope these people like me, But the crowd, I tell you, they show so much love. There was a girl that wasn't from Atlanta. She was from Florida. And, she got up there and did her thing, and people was rocking with her, and I'm like, cool. So they show love. You don't have to be from Atlanta to move the crowd and get them to rock with you. So, I mean, the MC, he was on point. He was holding it down, and it was really, really entertaining. A lot of talented people graced the stage, and the panel of judges that they had some excellent accolades, and it was exciting to be heard by people of their caliber with Grammys, and Malik Yusuf was in the building, and I learned that after I performed. I probably would have been a little more nervous if I knew that before I performed it. So I got to meet him. It was really nice. I'm so glad I did it. It was like a kind of a by chance thing. And so the guy who told me about the open mic, I got to meet him in person that night. He came down with his wife, and that was really nice. And I told him, thank you so much for telling me about this. Who would have thunk it? Sign up for this thing, and next thing I know, I win. So that was cool.
There's just got to be something way more.
The album's called Something More, and that's actually the first song that we recorded for the album, I believe. Something More was the first song, and we titled the album after it. And all of them were either written fully or co-written by myself, and my producer Jimmy Easy also helped write some of the songs that were co-written. And he produced it all, mixed it, mastered it. So it was all done in his room, in his home apartment, his home studio. And you listen to it, you couldn't tell, though. People are surprised when I tell them that. But we put in work, and we used the resources that we had. He's a very talented guy, and he was able to help me create a beautiful project. So now it's online. If you go to ashleydubose.com, there's a link to my music, and you can hear it. I released an acoustic version of it, too, last year. So those are the two projects that are online that people can go listen to and download if they want. I have something inside of me. Ever since I was a kid, I love to sing. Like, it feels good to sing. It feels good to create songs and be able to go in the studio, lay it down and listen to yourself and play it back and hear it in harmonies. Like, harmonies is something you can't do with a single voice, but the fact that we have technology to be able to go in there and put harmonies and different melodies, like, I guess I'm really moved by sound, basically put, but also it's fun to me. And what makes it fun is the creative side of music, where you create something out of nothing. So, like, what we do as artists, as musicians, songwriters, especially people who work with lyrics, so poets, what have you, there's a finite set of emotions, one could argue, right? happiness, sadness, etc. But there's an infinite number of ways for you to express those emotions and words. And that's what I do when I write songs. I express an emotion or tell a story through words. And that's fun to me. My word to fellow independent artists out there watching this is persistence is key. Like, that's really, you know, I'm still early on in the game. You know, I'm trying to get my foot in still. But up to this point, and I've had some successes to be very proud of, I would say really what has gotten me to this point is to keep on, even like despite any distractions that might get in the way, any life situations. Like, I got pregnant when I was 19. I was a sophomore in college, and I had my daughter when I was a junior. I was 20, and that's young. I mean, I know kids have kids younger than that, but I still felt like a kid, and I felt, man, my life's over. I'm probably not going to be able to, you know, be an artist, like be an aspiring singer like I want to, so I'm probably going to put that on the side. And I did for a while until my daughter was about a year and a half, and I got back into it. But like, that was one thing that it could have completely derailed me, but instead of allowing it to, I said, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do school, and I'm going to do it, you know, be an artist. I'm going to do it all, and I'm going to persist and keep on and keep on.
Shine bright like a diamond, oh, find light in the beautiful sea. I choose to be happy. You and I, we're like diamonds in the sky.
Another example of persistence being important is that I auditioned for The Voice. NBC has a reality TV competition, a singing competition called The Voice. They came to St. Paul in 2012. I auditioned and I didn't make it onto the show. And then I found out that 6 months later, not even 6 months, about 5 to 6 months later, they were coming to Chicago. And Chicago's not far from the Twin Cities, so I said, okay, I'm gonna go out there and try it again. And I made it onto the show. And I made it even further than I ever imagined. You can connect with me online if you visit www.ashleydubose.com, and that'll link you to my Twitter. It's @AshleyDubose, as well as my Instagram, my Facebook, SoundCloud, and all that. You can see videos on YouTube. Everything is at ashleydubose.com. Big shout out to the Bar Exam Open Mic, and shout out to Mike Sick as well. If you guys have any talents, any gifts to share, make sure you check them out. The next winner could be you.